Hey everybody, Justin Stivers here, owner of the Probate Law Firm. And so in this video I just want to take a couple minutes to talk about a last will and testament, or also what is known as a will. So I get asked all the time, who needs to do one, what is one, and there's a lot of, misinformation, or kind of maybe just a misunderstanding about a will actually is. Wills, very simply, are just a piece of paper that you write down what you want, who you want to leave your stuff to. So if you have a house, if you have jewelry, if you have, a car, whatever it is, who do you want to leave your things to? And then also you'll put in there who do you want to take care of your stuff, take care of your affairs, take care of your estate after you pass away. So in Florida we call this a personal representative. Some states call it an executor. And this is really one of the most important things, because if you don't name somebody, the court will usually pick somebody for you, and this is where a lot of fighting between heirs, between beneficiaries, between siblings, between family members kind of comes into play, because some of them want to be the personal representative, some of them don't. So it's very important just to have that down in writing. Again, it's a very basic document. It in each state has different requirements. In Florida, really the only requirements are that it be in writing, and then it be signed by the person whose will it is, and that it be witnessed by two witnesses, and they all need to be in the same room, sign in front of each other at the same time. It's usually a good idea to have a notary, and there's some other language in there, but it's a relatively basic document. It doesn't get recorded. Usually it's just going to be kept with the person who made it. Sometimes the attorney who created it will keep a copy of it, but the original usually goes with the person who made it. And I think the biggest biggest misunderstanding about it is that a lot of times people think it's something, one, that they'll do when they're older, and two, that they only need to do if they have things, if they have, a lot of houses or a lot of money or whatever. And I see a lot of people who, just, day-to-day people, working class people, and they unfortunately don't think they need one, and that just couldn't be further from the truth. So to the first point, you do need to, I do recommend that everybody create one, for a couple reasons. First, especially if you are a young adult and maybe new parents, a will, you might not have a house yet, you might not have money in a bank account, but if you have children, especially minor children, you want to get something put in writing as to who would take care of your children if something were to happen to you and your spouse. And I know, especially young people, we don't think about passing away. It's not something that's in our mind. We're healthy, but you never know. An accident, and I don't want to go through all the list of possibilities, but it's a very good idea to have something in writing so that you designate who would take care of your children, because otherwise, again, this is where you could have families fighting over who gets custody, and it's just a nasty thing. Second, even if you don't have anything, or you don't have minor children, I would recommend you have just a basic document in writing that says who's going to be your personal representative, who's going to be your executor in the event that something were to happen to you. Again, this is not necessarily about money, but when people pass away, there are sometimes legal things that need to occur. If your death is a result of a car accident or some sort of injury, you're going to need a personal representative so that your family could bring a lawsuit on your behalf. That's in the more extreme, but in the less extreme, it's a good idea to have somebody named to sign documents or whatever might need to happen on your behalf. And obviously, if you do have money, if you do have, and again, it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but anything that you have that you want to leave to somebody, it's a good idea to have this in writing, which kind of brings me to the last point, is that a lot of people wait till they're older, however they define that. And the truth is, you never know when our time is, and I've seen all too often where where someone just, the children will come to me and they'll say, yeah, we were telling our parents that they needed to do this, we were telling them forever, and they said, they'd get around to it, and unfortunately they never did, and it just caused a lot of problems, a lot of fighting between the siblings, between the children after it, just by not having anything in writing. So, it's a very, some of you may need more complex things if you have numerous properties, a lot of assets. Okay, then maybe you need something more complex. But a very simple document that just states general wishes, even if you don't have anything, but just kind of says who your personal representative is going to be, would be very helpful. And I guess my very last thing is, yes, there are documents you can get online, and I suppose maybe that's better than nothing. But we can help you. But really, for relatively cost effect or cost not too expensive, priced wills, we can do that for you. I think it's a good idea just to have a professional, an attorney, make sure the document that you're signing is actually going to hold up in court. And as a firm that does a lot of probate litigation, fighting over wills, I've seen my fair share of do it yourself wills from LegalZoom or Office Depot or wherever, where people just thought they were good enough, and unfortunately they were not. So like anything, I recommend using a professional to do it. We can certainly help. Give us a call, 305-456-3255 at the probate law firm, probatefirm.com, for more information on that. But regardless of whether you use us or somebody else, highly recommend that you just get something in writing stating some of those things, who you want to be the personal representative, and then especially if you have minor children, who you want to take care of your children. So happy to answer any questions you have, and talk to you guys soon.